Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Does the fight for survival justify crime, swindle and theft, even homicide? It could be argued that in self-defense, anything goes. Our scenario is entitled The Ice Cream Man. It was written by Michael Lebossiere, and this is episode 2. I'm your game master, and Jeff Beck will be giving the recap as his character, horror writer Andrew Smith. The players are ready. Let's begin our journey into the darkness. Jeff?
Thank you, Tom. Dear Joey, you gave me this journal the year before you passed away. I don't know why I didn't write in it until now, but things are happening that require I use a pen rather than my old Imperial typewriter that I use for my works of fiction. This needs a more personal touch, as this has been more real than I thought it would ever get. When you died, I felt so alone until I found 2 friends in San Damiel, specifically with Marco Rivas, a restaurant owner who is obsessed with the newest episode of the newest television show, and Ray Zito, an actor whose abrasive manner has kept him from auditions for anything more than taking a bite of some cereal in front of the camera. We were sitting at a bistro for lunch when a strange man approached, holding a briefcase and having a wild look in his eyes. He saw me and called me by my pen name, so I assumed he was just another one of those clingy fans who wanted an autograph or to share some idea to have me jot down in my notepad I always carry. Oh, he certainly gave me some new ideas for stories, all right. He started raving about an ice cream man. No, the ice cream man. And about how his son David came to the ice cream man's truck for a treat. Then later that night, he awoke to find his son walking down the street towards the same ice cream truck. And the ice cream man, the fucking ice cream man, as he put it. He grabbed the ice cream man and he saw his eyes black like coal. After that, he told me to look in his briefcase as he looked into the whole mess, saying things about kids missing and that we must stop the ice cream man before he strikes again. It was then that the police arrived, their firearms extended, calling him for his surrender, which he cooperated quite willingly, something I thought he never would do. It was then, when he was taken away, that I recalled something from a newspaper a few days ago about an ice cream man being shot. Ray grabbed a stash of newspapers from the bistro, finding the one from a few days ago. And there it was, plain as day. Jeffrey Kelly, an ice cream man who was plying his trade, when a Mr. Larry Helmsworth came to him with a shotgun shouting, "This is for David," and shot him right in front of a bunch of kids. My God. He then stood over the dead man and immediately founded remorse and shouted, "Oh no, I got it wrong." Those poor kids. After looking at this morbid and sordid article, we looked into the briefcase. There was a bunch of photos and lists of kids all coming to the yellow ice cream truck with red dripping patterns on the top and waffle cone design on the bottom. They were all missing according to this. Same with the owners of said ice cream truck. Well, you know me, Joy, something like this with so much weird in it, I could not look away. Before the man was taken, he said he'd taken his research to the police and they dismissed it. So, I want to look into it. A chance at inspiration for a notebook? Hell yes. After some calls to my friend Jason, we found that he could confirm that the man that confronted us in the bistro was the man who murdered Jeffrey Kelly, the ice cream man, in a sad case of mistaken identity. And it was given back to the previous owner, Hugh Jones. Thanks to my friends, we looked into the address of this Hugh Jones with the help of Marco's connections with the health inspector and Chamber of Commerce. But the address was a bust. It only belonged to some old couple, not Hugh Jones, and the elderly gentleman didn't know anything about an ice cream truck of any kind. We went to the Dewdrop Inn, and after several calls from Jason, which kept the barkeep quite abrasive with me, we found that it was Pete Ramsey's who sold the ice cream truck from a Morton Downer. He only discovered this after coming to him and asking about it, and he showed the registration papers. There was no Hugh Jones. What's going on here? And it led us to an old gas station. The kid there knew nothing about any Morton Downer. What the hell's going on? Why is this guy using multiple names, multiple addresses? This is getting ridiculous. It was then that my friends and I decided to stake out Pete's business for the vehicle, for it to return from its rounds. They closed up shop and we went in. It was there. The yellow ice cream truck right there. Finding the key, we broke in to take a peek. Hearts pounding, we stepped inside. It looked normal. Bloody normal. At first. Looking closer, thinking things over as we inspected the inside of the ominous vehicle, we found a couple of things too odd to ignore. One, why is the vat for making ice cream so fucking big? It's 25 gallons. Far too big for a standard ice cream truck, really. And there's a freezer compartment, lined with padding. Ray looked among the other trucks. None of them had the 25-gallon drum or the padded freezer large enough for a child to fit in. What's going on? I'm going to have the bestseller that's going to hit the shelves of Barnes & Nobles everywhere.
Excellent. All right, so you guys are, we'll say you're standing just outside the truck. You've locked it back up, and you're getting ready to leave. What would you like to do? About 8 o'clock at night.
I think we should make sure that no one's seen us.
Yeah.
No.
You want to take a look around, maybe?
No, you're in a warehouse area. There's nothing.
Oh, okay. In that case, I say we lock this truck up. I don't know, guys. Do you think maybe we should follow this truck? Maybe in the morning?
Yeah, bro, I could bring you some bats, and we follow this Ice Cream Jones around, and if he's snatching up kids and and kill these kids, then we can tune him up and then call the police, make a citizen's arrest. We'll be in the papers. That'll be great for business, bro.
That is true. What do you think, Ray?
Yeah, what time do they open?
That's a good question. Do they have the business hours on the door, maybe?
Go ahead and do a luck roll, because there's a chance that, I mean, it's not like a place that people go to.
True.
Yeah, if you see it driving down the street, it's open.
Very true. Oh, geez. That's a 97. Hell no.
Yeah, there's nothing on the door.
Ah, shit.
I'm guessing if we came back about 8 o'clock in the morning.
I'd say maybe 7:30, just to make sure we're...
Yeah, maybe. I mean, what... day? It's the 5th today, isn't it?
This started on the 4th, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what day of the week is it?
This is the 5th. Oh, geez. I don't know. We'll say it's Friday.
If we was on Mission Impossible, we could put a tracking device on the truck, bro.
Well, I mean,
TV.
I could be like Leonard Nimoy in that. Disguise myself as someone, and go and buy some ice cream.
You should dress up like a kid, right?
Yeah, I could disguise myself as like a 6-year-old kid with like a little beanie hat with a propeller.
I'm sorry, not even you are that short.
It'd be like that show, Beverly Hills 90210, where all those 50-year-olds act like they in junior high, bro.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think any of us are going to really fit looking like we're in junior high.
I don't know. Vic Morrow made a career out of it, didn't he? I could do that.
Well, true.
I'll tell the helicopter.
Ooh, too soon? Too soon.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think we should come around here maybe 7:30. grab some of those bear claws that Ray wants so bad?
Yep, whatever they are. They're a pastry.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I'll
delicious pastry.
Yes, I looked them up on Wikipedia. I mean, yeah, I love those. Yeah, they're great. I have them all the time. That's what I meant to say.
What's this Wikipedia you speak of?
It's the guy next door.
Well, let's just go home and
Mr.
get
Wikipedia. I think he's Greek. He's got lots of books.
So
he just makes a lot of stuff up, though, I think.
all right. So I say we just go home, get a good night's sleep, and get up here about 7:30 in the morning. See if we can catch this truck before it goes.
All right. So you all head home. You eat dinner, you go to bed. And there's something so strange about this. And maybe the most strange thing about this is that it could be just so normal, but you just have that inkling feeling that there is something right under the surface that is extremely sinister, but you don't quite know what it is. So you get up the next morning early, obviously, and let's say you meet for breakfast at 6 o'clock at Denny's.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, who's going to be driving while we try to stake this thing out?
Well, let's take my car.
Okay. We can give that a go. Just make sure that, we're still in sight and we just don't look like we're following. We're just going the same route.
Yeah, if we stay the ice cream truck drives pretty slow. So if we drive pretty slow, stay a couple blocks behind, we should be able to follow pretty easily. They're not going to be looking for a tailgate.
They've not got great rear visibility, have they? I mean, there's stuff in the back.
It's true, but still, I don't want to have these guys see us and pin us for possible pedophiles.
I brought my binoculars with me.
Oh, that's good.
Just in case. I won't go into why I've got
them.
But,
I got a grip of Louisville's in the trunk, bro.
Good. And I brought my camera with me. However, developing's going to be a bastard.
Following the ice cream truck with a camera and binoculars, I don't know who would take us for pedophiles.
That is a bit suspicious, isn't it?
Jeff, you could have a Polaroid. The ones that push the little.
Oh,
Can't you just use one of those Fox photo booths that are in the are in front of every strip mall in America in 1990?
Yeah, but it takes like a week or two to get your pictures.
Yeah, that's the thing. But like he said, I could just have those Polaroids that you shake them and the picture comes up.
Self-developing pictures.
Yeah.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture, bro.
All right. So we'll say right around 7:30, you arrive at a discrete distance away from the business, and it's completely deserted at this point.
Okay. At this point.
7:30, 8, 8:30, 9. Around 9 o'clock, you start to think to yourself, they're selling ice cream. Who's going to be buying ice cream at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Gentlemen, we screwed up. We screwed up bad.
Around 10 a.m., you guys have been sitting in the front seat sort of playing cards with each other, playing word games.
If we're playing Blue Punch Buggy, we're just...
The Mr. Ramsey shows up. You see him pull up in front, park his car. He goes inside. About 15 or 20 minutes later, a couple of big, brawny-looking guys get there, and you see them open up the big sliding door, and they begin the process of filling up the trucks with ice cream. And then right about 11 a.m. is when a few other cars, and from your guess of a description of a young guy who's new, you see a young guy in his little white uniform go in. He's in there for just like 10 minutes, and then he comes back and gets out in the truck that you're watching. Okay.
Oh, gentlemen, I think this is our Martin Ray.
He looks like he's probably in his early 20s.
All right. I think we got our guy.
And a couple seconds, and he pulls out and starts going. So do a few of the other trucks. They're all sort of.
Well, I'm following that very clearly obvious ice cream truck.
Okay.
At least it's recognizable. We're not going to lose it.
Yeah.
We'll hear it for a start. I mean, if we lose sight of it, we'll hear it.
Just wait. It's going to turn that corner, and we're going to come to that corner. It's completely gone.
He drives for maybe 20 minutes till he gets into a suburban neighborhood. He then turns on his little music thing, which basically plays The Entertainer by Scott Joplin.
Local
and
ice cream van here, please.
And he starts going up and down the streets rather slowly, and within the first 5 minutes of him driving, you start to see kids come running out of their houses, kids that were playing in the front yard. It's Saturday morning. They run up, and he pulls up to the curb and starts selling ice cream. Now, you can't actually see him because you're on the street side of the truck, and the little window is on the curb side of the truck, so that the kids don't have to walk into the street.
Yeah.
But you see the truck stop. You see the kids all getting in line and walking away ultimately with ice cream cones, or popsicles and stuff like that.
If Ray pulls over to the same side of the street that he's on, we wouldn't necessarily see him, but we would see him like probably his arms coming out the window to.
If you were to pull along to the curb, yes, in front or behind him, you could look back. Yeah, that's what you'd probably see. It's just this much of his arms as he's handing out the candy and taking the money. Maybe occasionally you'll see him lean out because there's a little kid.
Let's see. You get somewhere with a better view. Is there maybe some cover? Maybe someone's got some shrubbery.
That's possible. It's also possible if you were to pull into somebody's driveway, you're taking a chance that the person who lives there might look out and go, "Who the hell's parked in my driveway?" But then again, if their car is not parked in their driveway, maybe they're not home. Maybe they're at work or something. Anyways, that'll give you sort of a triangulation where you can park your car and then look back and see him.
Maybe we can find a empty driveway, pull in, and then pull out and drive back. Like we're like, oh shit, we went the wrong way. We need to back up. Let's use this empty driveway real quick.
Well, I think if we can see the kids coming and going, like what we're really looking for is to make sure he doesn't try to grab a kid, right? So if we can see
that too.
If we can see kids coming and going, and he doesn't come out and grab someone or has somebody else with him in the truck that could come out, even though we didn't see anybody else get in.
Yeah, but from what Helmsworth said, he didn't come and grab them right there that day.
No,
it happened sometime at night.
Mm-hmm. He marked them during the day, decided who he was going to take during the day, and then came back later.
At this point,
in the ice cream truck.
Mm-hmm. In the ice cream truck, no less.
So we want to sort of follow him for the day, and then follow him home at night.
Yeah, we can see what neighborhoods he's staking out.
Well, I got my notepad and pencil with me. I can write down the addresses that he marks these kids for.
Yeah,
at least
make
temporarily. At least hypothetically doing so.
If we got a picture of him, if you took with your Polaroid a picture of him getting in the truck, we take a couple pictures along the way, like in each neighborhood, and and then maybe getting out of the truck. If we see him tonight, like we'll have a kind of a photo journal that we could turn over to the police if needed for evidence.
That's true. At that point, I kind of try to make a picture of the general area with the ice cream truck and the kids. And
okay, are you going to do it? Are you going to pull into a driveway, or are you going to?
I would actually say stay at this curb and just be as discreet as I can about taking a photo. Which is kind of difficult, I know, but
he is at each stop about maybe 5 or 6 minutes at the most, and then he moves on. And oftentimes he doesn't even get to the end of the block until more kids come out from the houses and want to buy ice cream. About a third of the time, a parent will also come out and assist their child in buying ice cream. There does come a moment when you get the opportunity, because there is a corner like this where he's parked here and you can park here and see what's going on. Okay. And what you basically see is kids buying ice cream. The guy in the truck, in his little uniform, is rather animated and laughing and talking to the kids as he's taking their money and handing them the ice cream. Everything that he does seems like he is just being friendly and fun and a bit entertaining. He seems to be a bit more into it than what you might think.
Well, he's young. He's just started the job.
He wants to make a good impression at the job.
He hasn't been broken yet. Life hasn't beaten him down and made him a jaded pile of hate.
The other end of that
takes several months.
Yeah, several months. The other end of that is in the back of your head. If this guy is taking kids, that smile, that laugh, that
is ideal,
is terrifying. He's a monster.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
You know what, gentlemen? Do you want an ice cream?
Let's go get a push-up pop, bro.
Yeah, let's do that.
And that's how these pedophiles do it. They earn their kids' trust. They smile and they act real nice, and they give them ice cream and rocket pops and push-ups and Mickey Mouse pops.
Yeah, but leave the Louisvilles in the trunk. We're just going to go up there and buy an ice cream. Maybe get a closer look at this guy.
Yeah, but if I see this guy try to snatch a kid, bro, I'm gonna go Barry Bonds on him.
I'll stay with the car, but yeah, can you just get me a cone?
Sir, what flavor?
Just vanilla.
All right.
Oh, actually, no, they've got it. Pistachio.
Okay, I'll ask.
No sprinkles. No sprinkles.
You're worried about sugar when you're getting an ice cream cone?
No sprinkle. I just don't like sprinkles.
I don't think they're gonna have pistachio, bro. It's not that kind of truck.
Well, if there's no pistachio, then just like vanilla or maybe a 99. I don't know.
All right. We'll do that.
So there's maybe 4 kids ahead of you, and it's just the 2 of you. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So kid number 1, kid number 2, kid number 3 is done. Around the end of kid number 3's transaction, you see the guy look up, and he sees you there, and sort of gives you a kind of a funny smile, but adults buy ice cream too. And he finishes with the last kid, and he looks over. He says, "Yeah, gentlemen, what can I do for you?"
Oh, he's one to push pop. I guess I'll have 2 cones, 1 vanilla, 1 strawberry, if you have it.
All right. Yeah, hold on. And he goes inside, and he.
I kind of casually lean over and kind of put my elbow on the open thing and kind of look inside, just kind of casual.
Okay. You see him. He's put in the soft serve cones. He turns around. He opens up the.
So how's those Dodgers? I'm looking over at Marco. How's those Dodgers?
Oh, Dodgers looking good for the Dodgers this year, bro.
Oh, you guys Dodger fans?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just went to a game a couple of weeks ago. It was really nice. And he hands you the cones, hands you the push-up pop, $3.
Oh, let me get one of those red, white, and blue rocket pops for later on right now, bro.
Oh, rocket pop? Hold on. I'll see if I got any of those. Those go really fast, but it's only the morning, so.
What's your name, cuz?
I got those. Yeah. Here, hold on.
What's your name, cuz?
Martin?
Martin, I'll look for you at the games, bro.
50,000 people at the game. You're not probably not gonna find me, but okay.
Oh, I'll find
Good
you,
luck,
bro.
man.
I'm like a hawk, bro. I got good eyes.
Here you go. It's $1.
We eat a hot dog together.
Give him the $4 for everything.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Oh, no.
How long you been driving this truck, bro?
This is my second day. It's actually my first day that I'm actually dealing with the customers. Yesterday was kind of a training day.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to make a little money to get to go back to college. I couldn't afford this last semester, so
Well, how are you liking it so far? Having to deal with these kids, huh?
I like kids. These kids are fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I grew up in a fairly large family. I've got 3 brothers. So
Oh, lucky you. I was an only kid when I grew up.
my
But hey,
I was born and raised right here in San Damiano.
oh,
Oh, that's cool, bro. You like burrito? You ever been to Marjo's Burritos?
Is that place over on West Farthing? And
Over by the school.
oh yeah, I've been there. That's a pretty good place.
Yeah, come on.
Why do you ask? That's a weird thing to ask.
Yeah, I own that place. We got the best queso in town.
Oh,
Bottomless
all right.
queso Tuesday night, Holmes.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I gotta go. I got a whole route to do.
yeah, I hear you. Have a good day.
See you later. And he closes his little window and starts to drive off.
Well, shit. Looks like a regular old kid, but that damn smile, I don't like it.
Yeah, it gives me the creeps, bro.
I'll start driving. I'll pick them up on the way instead of them walking back to me.
Okay.
I've just been sitting in the car reading the paper. I'm worried. You read about Q8 business. I'm worried about that. I'm thinking that's gonna drag on for years. But...
Is there anything in you have today's paper, Ray?
Yeah. Is there anything in the paper about? There's no missing children or anything.
Mm-mm.
I mean, there's a lot about Bob Mooker winning the LPGA, but not much about kids.
Anything about Larry Helmsworth in the case with that either?
Nope, nothing.
Well, guess he's now old news. Way to go, media. But anyway, I guess we continue our little stakeout, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your vanilla ice cream.
So by say, are you
They
going
didn't have pistachio.
You're going to continue following the guy around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, taking pictures of the neighborhood that he stops at. Of course, just one picture per neighborhood. I'm not going to take a picture of every 2 blocks he takes.
I'm thinking maybe we could just, go back and get something to eat. And
Yeah, it's probably about
go
lunchtime
and,
anyway.
Just go and sit near the depot at night. Wait for him to bring the truck back by
Yeah.
4 or 5
Yeah, we can
whenever
do
they
that.
bring the truck back.
Being
And
a
then follow
cop,
him home.
being a cop is boring, bro.
It's not all explosions and car chases like you get on your television set, Marco.
Damn, and I tell you, if we're going to stake out his house overnight, then we really need to bring a piss jug, because I'm busting. I don't know how they do this. I mean, real cops sit in a car for hours drinking coffee. Right, we've been doing this 4.5 hours. I'm like, I'm going to go in someone's bushes in a minute. This is nuts.
They probably
point.
piss back in the coffee cup and then drink it again and then piss it again and then drink it again, bro.
I have to take a standing loss.
Yes, all cops Bear Grylls this shit.
You're confusing cops with shipwreck victims again. How many times do we have to go through this? Right, cops, guns, stakeouts, shipwreck victims, urine, rafts. Every day we have to go through this. I don't know why you can't get that.
All right,
It's like my auntie always confuses golf with house fires.
So you were going to head for dinner or lunch or dinner? Yeah, it would be lunch.
Yeah, it'd be lunch by this time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just get lunch somewhere.
So you have yourself your lunch. Do you want to do anything next? What do you do next?
I guess I can call my good friend Jason.
All right.
See if he can dig up anything on Martin Ray. If he lived here all his life, it should be rather easy.
Okay. Yeah, this is Jason.
Hi, Jason. It's Andrew again.
Andrew? Who the hell's Andrew? No, I'm just joking. What's up? What hoops do you want me to jump through for you today?
Oh, a hoop by the name of Martin Ray.
What the hell is all this? Are you like on some sort of an investigation or something?
You might say it's this idea that I have for a novel, something about like a kidnapping, and I'm wanting to make this authentic, man.
All right, let's see. You said Martin Ray.
Yeah, Martin Ray.
Hold on just a second. I just happen to be sitting here. There's only one Martin Ray in San Damiel, and it looks like he's like a 23-year-old. Is that who you're looking for?
Yeah.
What about him?
Has he really lived here all his life?
Martin Ray. Looks like he's got 3 brothers. Mike, Bob, and Sam. Parents live here. Yeah, it looks like he's lived here his whole life. He's got an apartment.
Can you give me the address?
Dude, are you like stalking these people or something? You're okay, aren't you?
I'm fine. It's just, gotta be thorough with this shit, man. You got these people that fact check shit now.
All right.
These newfangled computers.
He lives over at Pentatech Way.
Pentatech Way. Pentatech Way.
Didn't that used to be called Starleach Boulevard?
Yes, Starleach Boulevard.
Yeah, it used to be called Starledge Boulevard, and then some guy bought it out and called it Pentatic for some reason.
All right. Yeah, so that's what he's got. He's got the, in fact, he gives you the address of Ray's apartment, and I'm not Martin's apartment, and also where he grew up, where his family lives, across town.
Well, his last name is Ray, so
Ray, yeah,
that kind of worked. But either way, at least we got his address if we want to look into that. However, I think it's more important knowing at least some of the neighborhoods he went to, which we got this morning. I don't know. I'm kind of, the fact that it comes out at night in the ice cream truck. I'm surprised nothing happened to it last night. We haven't heard anything about missing children yet.
Well, we didn't stay with the truck all night, so he could have come back.
No. But at what god awful time of the hour is he coming in there?
Well, look, I mean, I know. I still haven't decided what's going on with Helmsworth. I still think the guy's crazy, but he said that like some guy replaces the guy who's driving it, and then so maybe he hasn't been replaced. So my thought was, if we followed him home, kept an eye on it, like when is he going to be? Is he going to be replaced? We don't know when he's going to be replaced. When he's going to be we don't know if he's going to be replaced. I mean, this could be. We could be just. That guy could be absolutely nuts. You know that.
We could be shooting in the dark, but
could be chasing around after someone's massive delusion. Is what we could be doing.
It's true, but what if there's that small chance that it's something else? I mean, come on. You saw the inside of that truck. That was not. It was normal, but it was not normal. Come on.
I don't know, bro. You're getting obsessed with this. Shit is getting boring, man. This guy is on crack and PCP, and I'm not going to do a bid over this, man, for stalking this fucking Ice Cream Jones, bro. I don't know. I'm supposed to be at the gym meeting up with Carlos and working calves and neck today.
Guess what? You can work your calves off of the sidewalk.
Yeah, but not my neck. Not my neck.
All right. So, next move. What are you guys going to do?
Well, I mean, I think we should spend the evening staking out the road formerly known as Cinco Sanguileras, and we should, I've pronounced that really badly, and see if anything happens to this guy. I mean, either, because that just seems like the best bet to me, because either he is going to leave his house and go back to the ice cream truck, or if crazy dude is on a level, which it's kind of unlikely, then some other guy is going to come and kill him and replace him.
Something.
Which frankly seems completely insane. And where's the guy who's going to come and replace him? I mean, where's he? He's just like, it's.
I don't know, but this is why we need to look into it, Ray.
All right.
Come on, this could be a bestseller, and for all you know, this could be what you need for the publicity if we catch some murderer psychopath. You get on the front page, people love you, people want you in their shows. Come on, Ray.
That is true, Ray. You've been trying to get famous, bro.
All publicity is good publicity.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like they're going to make shows following around some out-of-work actor just to see what he does during his days or something, is it? Yeah, okay. I'm in.
All right. So, what is your plan for this evening?
Like Mick said, basically get to his... Trying to follow him home. We got his address.
So,
yeah,
in order to do that, you would have to stake out the place again for when he arrives, and then follow him home in his car.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have his address, so we need to follow him back to or
That's true.
hang
Sorry.
out at his
I do
house
have his
and wait
address.
for him to get
Yeah,
home.
we do have his address. We can just go there.
Yeah,
Or
the-
maybe or maybe we can go to his house now because we know he's at work, and then Andrew, you can go in his house.
Go into his house. I mean, as much as this looks like a cop show, we don't have a warrant. We don't have lock. You said something about lock picking earlier, and nobody here knows how to lock pick. The best we can do is maybe look in his windows.
Maybe he's got a window open.
Maybe, depending on what neighborhood he's in.
the only thing that worries me about this is that, I mean, the other guy, the guy who got shot, he was from out of town. He didn't know anyone. He seems like the kind of person you could abduct. But this guy, he's got like family. He's from the area. You start abducting someone like that, someone's going to miss him. He's going to be missed.
That's true.
I wonder if we've got the right guy, because
let's take a look inside the briefcase again. All the guys that were missing that had ice cream trucks that were replaced and then taken over by the Ice Cream Man.
Mm-hmm.
Were they all non-residents of that town originally? Were they all from another town and moved there?
Well, there's not that detailed information on each of them. However, there are some notes that he has, along with his other evidence, that does say that they do seem to all be unattached individuals.
Huh. All unattached individuals, people with no family, no kids. Shit, I don't know. This kid has family and siblings and all that. He doesn't fit the general mark at all.
Do we actually know when the Ice Cream Man takes over? Does the person look different? Because maybe they're not being taken over or replaced. Maybe this guy's just making him do these things and snatch these kids for them. Maybe he's threatening them.
Well, black
Maybe, I
eyes,
don't know.
that was what said. I mean, but you might
That's that PCP. It gives you black eyes. That happened to my cousin Rolando. Was on that PCP. Got black eyes.
PCP gives you black eyes?
Yeah, bro.
I thought it just like made you. I mean, I saw a thing on 60 Minutes, and from what I could work out, it makes you want to get naked and run around, but at the same time makes your genitals shrink to the size of like a cashew nut.
I saw that one too, bro. That's what it does. You get naked, it gives you black eyes, and then your weenie falls off, and you punch out the window in the police car.
That's how they
Remind
stop.
me
I don't
never to
do-
take drugs.
Oh, you smoke PCP, you'll end up like that guy who sits around the corner from my house outside 7-Eleven, making models up and poo.
Well,
All right,
well,
guys,
gentlemen.
you got to do something.
But I like this conversation so far.
Well, I think we're just passing time, right? Waiting for it to get dark again. I mean, we can go stake out his house. We can go back to the depot and wait for the truck to arrive again and follow him from there.
I don't care where we go as long as it's got a bathroom.
Okay.
All right.
So, well, you had already said that you were going to go to his apartment.
Yeah. Go to his apartment at his address.
All right.
Possibly take a look at it.
So you drive over to his apartment. Give me a time. What time are you going to his apartment? It was around noon when you had lunch.
Try 1:30.
Okay. So you went over there after lunch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's kind of an ugly gray apartment complex. There's maybe 20 or 30 units, 2 stories, very generic. The plantings around it are very, very generic. Grass and privets and a few palm trees. There is a gate around part of the complex, but there's no. It's like you could just walk into it, and there's parking all the way around it. You know, it's one of those where you drive in and you drive around to the place and then park.
Okay. And no,
he's in apartment 213.
Okay. There are no guards about, right?
There's no guards. It's not a guard. It doesn't look like an expensive place at all. It's probably pretty cheap.
Yeah, 23 years old, working an ice cream truck. I doubt he's working a big wage.
Yeah, probably a lot of student housing.
Probably a lot of crack hose.
Probably. Let's take a short walk to 213. Keep an eye out and see if there's anybody, watching us.
Well, realize that there are people, and some people sitting on their porch, some people walking to and from work. It's a complex. There's a couple of kids playing in the swimming pool. There's a guy moving furniture.
Yeah, just act like we belong here, bro.
Yeah. Maybe even ask them, hey, do you know where Martin Ray is?
Oh, there's no maid. It's apartments, not a hotel.
No, but I can ask one of the neighbors. See if they know who Martin Ray is and have them point us out.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's your option. You get to Martin's apartment, and it is locked, of course.
Okay. Does he happen to have a window open?
There's a window, but the curtains are kind of they're not heavy curtains. They're kind of those white, flimsy, translucent sort of things. So
It kind of looks like a hanging doily.
Yeah, you can sort of see in, except that it's all just shadows and light. You can't really see, details.
Well, so much for looking in. And you can't pick a lock, Marco?
Well, these doors look pretty cheap, man. I bet we could either pick the lock or just push it open if there's nobody home. I don't know if your boy has a roommate.
True. Let's try knocking on the door.
You guys pretend like you're cops if anybody comes to the door. You look like cops.
Well,
we're not wearing uniforms.
No, you're detectives.
From where we're standing,
Mm-hmm.
I'd just like to look around and try and figure out where the best place to park would be if I was gonna scope this place out later at night. Like also where the lighting is as well, where the street lights are.
The problem would be is that his apartment faces into a courtyard. Like I said, there's a pool over there, and there's some furniture for people to sit. The parking is all on the other side of the building, going around the buildings. So you couldn't really park your car and see his apartment. You might be able to park your car and see his bathroom window on that wall over there, but bathroom window's about that big,
About that big and made of the glass that you can't see through.
But there's no windows on this side because it's just facing the parking lot.
We could
Did we happen to see
buy a few beers, go and sit by the pool?
Oh, let's get some tall boys.
I mean, tonight,
guess we
not right now, but
I guess we can try it. But I think it might be attendance only.
It's most likely there is an iron fence around the pool.
Any tenants come by that, we'll just say we're from the building next door, offer them a beer.
Yeah, we'll have the kids let us in.
Shit, I don't know. It's kind of risky.
When we were at the
you mentioned the neighbors too. You didn't do anything with the neighbors.
Why don't you guys pretend like you're cops and talk to the neighbors? See if this guy's some kind of weird deal.
Well, Ray, you're the actor.
Yeah, I'll knock on next door.
Okay. A lady, she looks like she's about 40. She's kind of dressed. She doesn't look like she works. Okay. She answers the door. She's smoking a cigarette. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I was just wondering, we were looking for the guy next door.
The kid? The kid next door?
Yeah, Mr. Ray, Martin Ray.
Yeah, he's probably at work.
All right. Has he lived here long?
Oh, who's asking? Yeah, he's
Detective Estrada.
Oh, well, yeah. Why? Is he in trouble?
Oh, no. It's just he's just started working for an ice cream company. And
he said something about that.
The kids have to, because he's working with kids, we have to do a background check. So I'm just coming by to make sure.
Yeah, he said he was a little worried because he's been living here for maybe 4 months now, and he lost his previous job. I guess those kind of jobs for that kids like that age. But he got the ice cream truck. He was really kind of excited about that.
Oh, so he's a good kid then? He's no trouble with him. He's an okay neighbor.
He seems nice enough. He's kind of quiet. Sometimes he turns his music up a little bit too much.
Oh, well.
But he was. There was a delivery man here earlier, who was. I think he was delivering some kind of like a refrigerator or something like that.
Really? What, a big one?
Yeah, well, one of those. I don't know what you call them. It's not the kind that stand up, the kind that lay down.
Like a chest freezer.
A chest freezer. There you go, like that.
I
thought maybe it had something to do with his job.
Yeah, maybe. Well, you never know. I mean, that ice cream, and I'm sure they get quite a lot of free ice cream.
That's probably true. I hope he gets some nice.
At the end of the day,
I hope he gets some nice ice cream and shares it with me because I could sure go for some pistachio.
Oh, tell me about it. I love that stuff.
That's the best.
Oh, it's my favorite.
That or vanilla.
Vanilla, I can take it or leave it, but pistachio.
There's 3 of you, huh? Are you sure he isn't? Is he in trouble with the law or something?
No. This is just routine stuff. These guys are just. We were on our way to another job. Just happened to be in the area. It's just like. It's nothing to worry about. It's just I wouldn't even bother mentioning it to him. It's just.
What was your name again?
Detective Estrada.
Mr. Estrada. You're a married man?
I'm not. No, I'm a single.
Yeah, you're a real good-looking man. You know that. People tell you that all the time.
So. Well, no, as a matter of fact, they don't.
Well, you are. I'm not attached either. If you'd like to sort of go out sometime.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm as I say, I'm on the way to a job right now, but maybe I could, maybe I'll call around and see you sometime.
All right.
Chicka wow.
Hold on, let me write down my number.
Yeah, you do that.
There's a lot of Bostonians in San Damiel, I noticed.
Just happens, I guess. That's how they talk instead. That's a San Damiel accent. All right. She gives you her number and the conversation ends.
Oh, that was real good, bro.
See, you got the right face for it. Just need to get rid of that, rough edge around yourself.
Kids buying a chest freezer? What 23-year-old kids don't own chest freezers?
Especially in a small apartment like this, where would you have room to put it?
It's kind of weird, given that the ice cream truck's got a big extra freezer in it as well.
Yeah.
There wouldn't happen to be a like a doormat or like a doormat with a key under it, would there?
There's a doormat. There's no key under it.
Damn.
In an apartment complex, you'd just be an idiot if you did something like that.
Because I'm pretty sure there's a guy that just makes rounds checking under each doormat every day.
Because some kids don't know no better, bro.
True.
All right. Next thing that you want to do.
Okay, so we have... You didn't happen to maybe get the delivery service of the guy that dropped off the chest freezer, did you?
No, she didn't say. She just said there was a delivery. Didn't even say whether it was successfully delivered or not. I guess it was.
I would assume with such a large parcel.
But he's only just started a new job.
Only just started a new job. Had enough money to buy a freezer.
2 days in, he wouldn't even have been paid yet.
Unless he's been saving from the job that he lost. But I doubt it. Somebody 23 years old saving their money is practically bullshit.
23 years old. He's just started a new job.
Ray, you should
It's not the time to go out and buy a big item like a freezer, is it? I mean,
Yes.
You should find out where you got
about rent and groceries in the first few weeks that you're working a new job. You've not got an income for a little while.
You should find out where he got fired from right now. We go talk to them, see why they fired him.
Yes, you did give her number.
He probably got fired for acting weird, smiling too much.
I don't know, man. I don't know, that chest freezer sounds odd. Why would he?
It's very odd, especially like you said. It's a big freezer. What's it doing in a small apartment where he's hardly got room? And this is the wrong time for it. Just starting a job. So, what do you say? What do you say we do? Do we plan to just later on stake out this place? It's going to be kind of difficult.
Well, I think maybe we should. I think we should go back to the depot.
When he showed up to work, when he showed up to work in the morning, did we notice what kind of car? Like, even it would be hard to stake out his apartment. If we saw what kind of car he got out of when he came to work, we could follow his car from the apartment if he leaves later.
It was a black Ford Focus.
There's so many Fords in all of these campaigns.
I'm not a big car buff, so I picked the one that came into my head when you asked the question. It's a black Ford Focus.
Mm-hmm.
I think better than I would. I just used to think, oh yeah, it was like an American car.
Well, let's see. What do you guys think?
I knew enough not to pick a Corvette because that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, a 23-year-old who just started a job at an ice cream truck has a Corvette.
Yeah.
Either daddy's got him in trust fund or...
All right, so black Ford Focus if you want to know what his car looks like.
Black Ford Focus. Write it down. But should we just go back to the depot?
Yes. I'd vote for that.
I just realized, too, that I don't have any idea what a black Ford Focus looks like. So if that's actually an expensive car, it's not an expensive car.
It's not very expensive unless you get a newer model. But
okay.
like a Ford Taurus would be near the mark for somebody with such a job. But
it's an inexpensive car that he's got.
Yeah.
All right. What you gonna do next?
Well, let's go to the depot and wait for that damned yellow truck to show up.
You learned from last night that most of the trucks are there by what time was it? Like 4:35,
5:30, something like that.
Around 5:30.
Since it's going to be evening and kids are going home for dinner anyway.
Right. So by 6:45, all of the trucks except for the truck in question have pulled in, and their drivers have gone in. They have been in there for maybe 10 minutes, and then they've come out and they've gone to their cars and driven away. The truck in question, we'll call it the ice cream truck. It doesn't show up at first. And about 7:15, 7:20, you see Pete Ramsey. Pete Ramsey comes walking out the door, and he looks kind of fucking pissed. And he comes out, and he's looking down the street like this. And you can sort of see him turn around. And as he's turning around and walking back in, he's like, okay. So he's pissed about something. And
man.
Right about 7:20, the truck shows up. It pulls up, and you see Martin Ray get out and go in. By the way, the other trucks have by this time been unloaded of all their ice cream. You see Martin go in, and you can pretty much guess that he's getting yelled at.
He's getting his ass chewed.
Martin done fucked up, bro.
But 20 minutes go by, and what you see first is the door, by the way, is open. But what you can see is you see all of the lights go off inside. Just at the same time, the secretary walks out, and she just walks out the door and goes to her car. You see Martin step out, and right behind him is Ramsey's, and he's obviously turning off the light and locking up. And he's not so much scolding, but you can guess from the psychology of their movements that he's saying to Martin, "Don't fuck up again." Okay. Now, I would like you to do a spot hidden. You can all do it because you're all watching.
Come on, work this time.
Oh, yes.
49 out of 50. Just barely made it.
I got 24 out of 50.
Okay.
I failed.
You failed. Okay. Basically, what Marco sees is he sees them come out, go to their cars, and leave, and get ready to leave. Or Martin's getting ready to leave. What the other two of you see is you see Pete Ramsey's walk to his car. They have to kind of walk around the trucks. And they're walking right past the truck in question since it's parked all the way over to the end, the last parking spot. They walk past them. And as you see Martin walking a couple of steps behind Pete, his hand goes out and he sort of caresses the truck as he goes to his car in an almost loving manner. And then he gets in his car, and he's the last one to pull out behind everybody else. None of them see you guys.
Okay.
That was... I think that just made a new meaning to autoerotica.
Oh, shit.
We know where he lives, right? We know where Martin lives.
Yep, we got his address.
We know he's going there.
As far as we know.
Yeah, so I've got a suggestion that instead of immediately following him, right? Because we know that someone uses this ice cream truck at night to go and abduct children. Why don't we go and let the tires down?
I like that. Slash the fucking tires.
Well, not slash them, but just let the air out of them.
Ah.
You know, it's an easy thing. You take off the cap, you stick a key in, and just.
Yeah, but then we won't be able to catch him, bro.
Well, we'll just
Hey,
we'll
if
let
the truck
we'll
can't-
let like one of the tires down. He's gonna have to pump up the tire. It's gonna slow him down. It's gonna slow him down. It's gonna give us a chance to.
And then while he's airing up the tire, we go and tune him up.
Yeah.
If that's what it takes. I mean,
We can do that.
Guys are out fiddling with kids. I mean,
I like that idea.
You can't be fucking kids, bro.
Okay.
All right. Let's pick a tire, gentlemen.
So if I'm to understand you, you're going to let the air out of the tires.
Out of one of the tires.
Just on one side, just on the tires on one side, just whichever side is, opposite to the side you would approach coming into the parking lot, so it's less visible.
Okay. All right, so you do that. And then what?
Then I think we drive over to his apartment block and see if his car's there.
Okay.
Yep.
You drive over to his apartment complex and drive into the complex and around to where his apartment is. There's maybe 6 parking spaces there. 3 of them are filled, and 1 of them is his car.
Okay. You said we could see his bathroom window. Could we maybe see a light in there?
There's no light.
Okay.
I think maybe we should park out on the road and just wait to see if his car comes out.
How long are you willing to wait? Because we've been up all day. You wanting to pull an all-nighter, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, just, we could just take it and show him one person sleep in the back and...
Take shifts?
Yeah.
You good with that, Marco?
Two of us could doze off. I mean, it only needs one person to stay awake to just keep an eye on it, isn't it? And,
You good with that, Marco?
Yeah, let's get this guy. I know this guy's going to do something weird before the night is done, bro. I guarantee you right now.
All right, so who gets the first shift then?
So you guys are going to stake him out in the front yard or in the front of the building and see if the black Ford Focus comes out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or him on foot. I mean, if he comes out on foot or something as well. But
all right.
I'll tell you what. I'll start. And we'll just work it in rotation that whoever's keeping an eye out sits in the driver's seat so that they can start driving, and the others will just wake up when the car starts moving.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just cut you there. You stake out the front. You take turns. You do manage those of you who's to stay awake. You never see him come out of the complex. You never see his car pull out.
While we wait, let's see if Howard Stern is on the radio, bro.
Well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning now.
Well, do you want to drive by the depot, see if the tire's still flat, or if the truck's still there?
Well, yeah, let's drive past there on the way home, right?
Because I need a shower after we take a look.
I need to sleep.
Jeff, you beat me to it. I was just going to do the you guys start to notice this smell. And you realize that it's you. You haven't showered in a couple of days.
I hope that doesn't stay in my upholstery. I restored this car myself.
You sweat that bad that you stayed in the upholstery in one night? Damn.
All right. So, what's your move? Let's say you drive past the place. Truck is still there, and you can see as you drive by that the truck is leaning a little bit to one side.
Okay, so we can assume the tires are still flat.
And it's now August 7th.
Yep. Well,
so this is the second night in a row that we can assume that the truck didn't leave We could go see if we could go pick up a paper when we go for. I get some morning coffee. See if there's anything any news in the paper. I don't know, man.
I'm just gonna read the morning paper at my house when I get there before probably after I take a shower.
All right. There is nothing in the morning papers about anything that seems at all connected to any of this. What are your plans for the day? You know that truck probably is not going to pull out and go until what, 10:30 or so?
Yeah. So we have time to kind of get situated, get cleaned up.
Okay. So you're cleaned up, you're refreshed, you've eaten. What are your plans? What are you going to do today?
Well, we got a general idea of its route from yesterday, at least during the early hours.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed up late. So let's see if he shows up late again. Possibly follow him after lunch hours. See what maybe is keeping him late from work if he does it again.
Okay.
Maybe, bro. I don't know. Maybe we're going a little bit crazy, man. We've been on this guy for 2 days now, and not shit has happened.
Look, something this weird just does not have this many coincidences in it. This guy's got a file, and so far I'm thinking it's pretty true. I mean, this kid bought a chest freezer while he was out of work.
Then why didn't he leave? Yes, maybe we can find out where he worked before, and have Ray call the lady back.
Maybe.
I feel like we don't got much to go on at this point, bro. Right now,
we don't, which is why we're pretty much left to stakeouts.
So are you going to stake the place out this morning?
Not during the morning. I would say after lunch, because if he's late again, there might be a reason why he's late.
Okay.
Whether he's smoking doobies with his friend or...
So you leave off the whole thing until after lunch. That's basically what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right. And then you're going to stake out his route where you can kind of guess where he'll be if he follows the same route.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you have found yourself, you now have a good grasp of a couple of really good vantage points, to watch this. One is that corner, other places like that. And sure enough, right about the time you'd expect, you see the truck, you hear it first off in the distance. And it comes around a corner, and once again, little kids are getting out of their car. Getting out of their cars.
Damn kids!
Little children's cars pull up next to the truck.
It looks like clown cars coming up behind it.
Like 30 little kids get out of this tiny little car. So the kids come out and they're buying ice cream. Do a spot hidden for me.
Okay.
Ray, go talk to him today, bro. He ain't seen you yet. Give me a drumstick.
I did not make it 65 out of 50.
30 out of 50.
I made my first roll of the game.
Woohoo! Good job! Yay, Kurt.
Okay. Kurt, because it makes more sense for Marco instead of for Ray. Marco, at this moment you're watching him selling ice cream to these kids and getting the money, and he's not acting the same way he did yesterday. He's barely smiling. He's not as animated as he was the day before. He looks exactly the same, dressed in the same little uniform, and still passing out ice cream, collecting money. But his spirit seems to have suffered some, if you will.
I think we'll go get another ice cream. See what he has to say for himself today.
Well, you go. He recognized me. He'd probably think it's weird that he's got two guys tailing him.
No, I mean, if we're on the route, bro, then it's the same. If he's on the same route every day, it's the same kids coming by.
It is the same place that you bought ice cream yesterday.
Yeah, bro, we just live in the neighborhood.
True. It's just we happen to be a little later today. But yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
Ray, let me guess, pistachio?
Oh, I'm not having anything. I'm not eating ice cream 2 days in a row, man.
Right.
Right.
Gotta keep up that girlish figure, right?
Yeah, right.
So, all right, you go out, and just by some miracle of a chance that has nothing at all to do with the story, there's 4 kids ahead of you again. And they're the same 4 kids, but they're in a different order. The first one's name is Red Herring. The second one's name is Red Herring. And the third and fourth one are both named Herring Red. But anyways, the 4 kids finish.
One's called Corky.
One's called Corky, of course.
Corky.
Anyway,
He'll grow up to be a Delta Green agent later.
anyways, you step up to the thing, and he says, yes, what can I get for you?
Dodgers Martin, what's up, bro?
Don't
you remember us from yesterday? We was here. We got Mickey Mouse Pop. We got Push Up Pop. We got Ice Cream Cone. We're talking about going to the Dodgers game together sometime, you and me right now?
Sure. Is that what you want this time too?
Oh, sure.
No,
you guys can both do psychology rolls on that one.
Okay.
I want a drumstick. Andrew, you ever eat that drumsticks? Good like a motherfucker, bro.
19 out of 50.
I made it as well.
Yeah, you get the distinct impression that he probably doesn't remember you, or he's lying. Something's wrong.
You feeling okay today, bro?
Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm feeling fine. Drumstick, you said. So he gets whatever ice cream you order and gives it to you and takes your money. Anything else?
Oh, no.
Now you don't look so good, bro.
Yeah, you're looking a bit peakish, maybe.
No, well, I've been a little under the weather lately, yeah. If you don't mind, gentlemen, I have more ice cream to sell.
All right, no problem.
Ice cream's melting.
All right, no problem.
All right, man. I'm going to see you at that Dodgers game, bro.
Yeah. And he gives you kind of a weird look, just like he's a little confused, but he closes the window, and he goes and turns the music. I mean, the music's already on, and he goes after that.
Get into the car. Well, that was weird.
He don't look so good, bro. I think he has that SARS.
He didn't remember us, man.
He didn't remember you.
I mean, come on. Marco is Marco. Who doesn't remember Marco first time they meet him?
You can't forget the kid.
He didn't remember you. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, didn't remember talking about the Dodgers or anything like that.
All right, I've got an idea.
What's that?
Well, I'm just getting into this whole investigation thing, right? But if this was a TV show and we were investigating this guy, right, and he didn't recognize you two, then our next step, him for a few more stops, then I'll get out, go up to the ice cream van, and act like I know him, and see what he does.
Okay.
If he tries to bluff it that he knows me too, then we know something properly weird is going down.
He might know you from that
Right.
herpes commercial, bro.
It was a hairpiece commercial. Hairpiece commercial. A toupee, man. Damn, man.
Okay, take it easy, bro.
All right. So you're going to now move ahead on his route, and then.
Yeah.
All right.
Herpes commercial.
Yeah. All right. So you find once again a good vantage point, and let's see. So this time Ray is getting out. All right.
Okay.
Oddly enough, there are the same 4 children. That would be weird. All right.
Huey, Dewey, Louie,
And Webby.
Corky, yeah. Corky's always there. It's the token Corky for that street. All right. So you stand in line and you get up there and he's like, what can I get for you?
I don't know. Have you got any of those orange popsicles?
Yeah, we got orange popsicles.
I'll just have an orange popsicle, please.
All right.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Did you sort out that thing you had to do?
And he looks at you just with a look of like a little bit of confusion, but more like he's trying to think of something, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that was no problem at all."
All right, that went all right then.
Yeah.
I'm glad to
But I can't talk right now. I really got to go. I'm late for my next stop.
Oh well, it was good to see you again. Anyway.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, take care.
All right. And then he closes the door.
I'll go back to the car.
All right. And he drives away.
So what happened, Ray?
Yeah, that guy is... There's something wrong there. I mean, like, he was totally making out that he did know me.
I knew it.
We're onto something. He was completely trying to bluff it. Like, I mean, either that guy has got the worst short-term memory in.
Oh, come on, he's got to have.
No, but it can't be what the guy said. I mean, it can't be what Helmsworth said.
Come on, he forgets us.
Right.
In
maybe
a day and then
really
pretends.
Bad memory or something.
Ray, do we'll call it a spot hidden. Do a spot hidden.
Oh, hang on. That was. Oh no, that's 100.
Oh, well, your eyeballs fall out and roll out into the street.
Ah!
A passing bicycle comes by and runs them over.
Ah! I've just stuck a popsicle in my eye. God,
how'd you manage that?
Well, I'm trying to drive and.
You don't even have a popsicle and you did it somehow. It flew in the window and hit you.
A bird just flew in the window right in my eye.
I would like.
It's that kid Corky. He just threw a popsicle at me.
I'd like Marco. Marco, also do a spot hidden.
I'm on a roll, bro.
We're calling it a perception, but it's a.
Can't believe I just got.
Yes, I made it.
Okay.
Hey, Kurt's on a roll.
Marco makes an interesting comment, and the comment is, and he was wearing way too much cologne.
You gotta say it like Marco would.
He was wearing way too much cologne, bro.
That's a Jacquard Noir.
Smells like a French pour, bro.
Are you meant to do that if you're working around food? I mean,
not too much, not to the point where it's sickening, I'd hope.
I mean, you guys sort of noticed, but it was an odd smell, but it was definitely, now that he says it was like some sort of a fruity cologne, or
maybe he was up at the club all night.
He didn't leave the house.
Maybe somebody picked him up and he went to the club, got on that Dracar Noir. That's why he looks so tired today.
I've been hung over before. It doesn't make you forget somebody that you are supposedly supposed to know and discussed you did a thing.
The guy, he works on an ice cream truck, right? The majority of his clientele are kids. So he's only going to get like a few adults a day. And you said yesterday that when you went there, he was was a bit taken aback that you were adults buying ice cream, right?
Yeah, but he's still served.
Yeah,
and
but he would remember you. He'd remember like two guys stopped, talked to him for a while. He'd remember that.
But if he was at the club doing blow all night, bro, he just might not remember.
No, this is still fishy.
Now.
This is absolutely fishy. The fact that he doesn't remember us, the fact that he lied to Ray. Let's tail his ass.
Okay. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Gonna follow him on his route?
We'll follow him, but there's got to be something else going on here. It can't be what Helmsworth said, because that would just be nuts.
There's lots of cul-de-sacs in this area, so you can see him turn onto a cul-de-sac and park over here. You know that he will eventually come right back out that cul-de-sac and then go to the next cul-de-sac and keep doing that. So
at that point, then I would say just park maybe where we can see into the cul-de-sac, where he's doing the route, and then as he leaves, tail him as he leaves.
Okay. So you do that for a few hours, and it's about, we'll say around 5:30, and you're guessing that his route is now finished because the music turns off and he gets on one of the main streets, and you follow him, and he pretty much goes straight back to the depot, and he parks the thing. He's actually the first one back this time. Maybe he's overcompensating. But he gets out, he goes inside, and 10 minutes later he comes out and gets in his car and starts to drive away.
I don't know, guys, but I'm kind of in favor of maybe following him. I mean, did he do any weird movement like caress the car again?
No, not like openly, but he seemed eager in this case. He wasn't slowing down or anything. He went straight to his car rather briskly.
Like he's got somewhere else to be.
Gentlemen, I say we tail that black car.
Okay. We tail him. If he goes back to his, we can always come back here and just stake out the van tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true too.
If nothing happens tonight, man, and tomorrow I'm just going to spend a day sleeping.
You follow him home. Not surprisingly, or maybe surprisingly, he doesn't stop to pick up a bite to eat. He just goes straight home. And he just gets out of his car and goes straight into the complex.
Huh.
This guy's got a Walter Mondale bumper sticker.
Well, let's see.
All right. So are you going to stake the place out tonight?
I don't know. It might be. I would like to, but I would rather be closer where I can possibly hear or see something. But it's a complex. The only way you'd be able to hear anything is if you parked right outside of his window.
And you couldn't do that, really. I mean,
no.
Maybe if Maybe if Ray goes in to have sex with that lady, then when she goes to sleep, he can listen by the walls.
Well, I was gonna make a suggestion.
What's that?
To have sex with that lady?
No,
Marco.
I was gonna say, like, one of us could go up and knock on his door, and when he opens the door, just say, "Well, are you ready or what?" And just, say,
Okay.
"Come on, man, come on. You said you'd be there. Like, it's late. What the hell are you doing?" Because if he
I'm
doesn't remember anything, then
That's deep.
I like that.
I guess we know that he's just going to bluff. So I don't know what we'd gain by doing that. I think we'd be better off just going and staking the ice cream van, because maybe, like, he's not taking his car. Maybe he's sneaking out the back and going back to the ice cream van. And I mean, there's been nothing in the
it's
papers
true,
about
but-
any kids going missing, but we were told that he uses the ice cream van.
Yeah, but
you look
remember
tired,
last night we took the air out of the tires, out the 2 tires, and we went by there again. They were still low.
Oh, I completely forgot about that point. When you actually didn't check to see when you didn't go there in the morning. You went to chase him afterwards. Tires were back to normal. So
yeah, we would assume they would fill them up before they go out on their route. But
they probably noticed when they got there in the morning.
Yeah, probably went, "What the hell?" And then
They've only had it a couple of days, though. I doubt they would have been that freaked out.
Yeah, but if he had gone anywhere that night, he would have done it on 2 flat tires.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Either stake this place out or stake the depot out.
I think you got the right idea to shadow Martin, man.
Yeah, I think let's
Yeah.
stake this place out. I mean, can we at least see the lights in his apartment?
Once it gets dark, there is some sort of residual light coming from the bathroom, but it's not like the lights on. It's kind of a low golden sort of glow, as if there's lights on in the main apartment, and it's just sort of
Kind of filtering through.
You do that, and right about 10:30 p.m., you notice the light go off. And at first you're thinking, well, he's gone to bed.
Mm-hmm.
But about 5 minutes later, you see him dressed in his little uniform come out and get in his car. And
There he is, man.
Guys, our boy's up.
Why is he wearing his work clothes?
No shit, it's 10 o'clock at night. Later than that.
This must be some club.
Oh, this is it, man. We've got the guy. He's rolling.
You see him pull out, and go ahead and do a spot hidden for me.
Okay. Come on, spot hidden. 68.
I made an extreme roll.
Okay,
And I failed.
Then I think I'll give it then to Marco. Marco, as you guys are sitting there staring at him, there's a moment as his car passes by you that the light from a building, the apartment complexes, sort of shines through that front windshield. And you see him with kind of a look of determination on his face as that sort of flash as he drives past you. Doesn't see you, doesn't pay any attention to any of that. So
I am definitely following.
Oh, shit, man. Martin looks crazy.
All right, gentlemen, let's get after him.
All right.
I'm on him like Jack Lord now, I tell you.
Okay. All right. So you follow him at a discreet distance. You know that he's heading straight to the depot. Okay. Now you have to be a little more discreet because, like I say, there's very little going on in this part of the town. So your car will stand out like a sore thumb. What precautions are you going to do to?
Yeah, lights off and as far back as possible. I mean, we know which way he leaves when he goes on his round, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
And if he's doing what Helmsworth said and abducting children on the round, then we know which way he's going to drive out, so we can park up the other way. In as far from a street light as possible, lights off on the car.
Now there's a chance we can maybe do on foot.
Say that again. I'm sorry, Jeff.
There's a chance that once we park the car, we can maybe sneak up on foot.
Well, we don't want to be on foot because then we won't be able to follow him out.
That's true.
So if we know he's going for the truck and we know which way he's coming out, we can just kind of park a little bit of distance away, and then when he leaves with the truck, follow him from there.
You also know his route now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You park in such a way that your car is in the shadows. It's around a corner, so you can't actually see him get into the truck. But then he can't see your car there either. But he's going to have to pass right in front of you as he goes out around the warehouses and things like that.
Let the seats down and...
It's likely he probably won't see your car because you're in the shadows.
Well, when it is, from what you said about this area, you just think it's somebody pocketing a blowjob.
Maybe. All right. So for about 5 minutes, he's out of your sight. And then the van goes by, the ice cream truck. And it's going a little fast, at least you perceive that he's going. Okay. You also realize in that moment that if you turn your lights on and turn the corner, he will immediately see your lights.
Oh, I was going to start following him with the lights off anyway.
Okay. You also realize that it's kind of dark here, so it would be dangerous for you to immediately follow in the dark. There are those big metal trash cans here and there. There's very little, security lights or anything around. But if you do that, you'll have to do a drive roll.
I'll do that.
All right. So go ahead and do a drive roll.
I just hope it's not another 100.
I hope you have a better drive than I do.
My drive is 60.
Oh, yeah. You're 15% better.
And I got 26.
Okay.
Woohoo.
So you go fairly slowly, and you see him pull far enough ahead and then turn a corner that at that point you could probably safely turn your lights on, although you're probably a little nervous because if your lights light stuff up behind him, he might also see that.
Yeah, I'll true.
I'll keep the headlights dipped.
All right. So you have to be a little careful. You go and you get there, and by the time you turn the corner, he's also turned another corner. But you can guess pretty much the direction that he's going in.
Okay.
He is going the way he goes on his route. So, what's your next move? He is out of your sight at the moment.
Okay. Well, keep following. As soon as the roads get a bit busier, maybe get a bit closer, so that it's always within
Right. Then
visual
he'll
distance.
just like any other car. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You don't exactly follow him because you're not you're guessing that this is the way that he came. But when you reach the neighborhoods, he's had about maybe 10 minutes ahead of you. There's of course street lights in this suburban neighborhood, and just as you're traveling, you see from one of the cul-de-sacs, you see his truck pull out, and it's now back on the main road. So he was definitely down that cul-de-sac, for maybe 5 minutes before you got him. And it startles you because you now are literally just 100 feet behind him with your light shining on him. Of course, there are a few other cars out here, and it's about 11 o'clock at night.
Well, I'll keep say one car minimum.
Okay. People coming home from work and stuff like that. All right. So you follow him. Now, he doesn't seem to be on his route any longer. He's heading somewhere you're not really quite sure. You'd almost guess at this point that he's heading for the road that goes south out of town and into you figure if he makes a right-hand turn up on the cliff sides, he's going to end up going along the coast. There's very little places where you can even pull out along the coast. It's rocky, it's cliff sides going down. If he turns to the left, he's going to be heading into he's going to be heading for agricultural area, but he's going to go through, part of the desert in that process.
Where on earth is he going?
He, in fact, makes a left. So he's heading for a very deserted area. Literally a desert.
Well, okay, my alarm bells are ringing now.
Yeah, no kidding. He just pulled into a cul-de-sac that's on his route. Now he's heading to an agricultural area, possibly the desert.
If he snatched up a
damn,
kid,
I wish we had one of those portable telephone things.
We should call the cops.
No shit.
You are far enough back from him that you just look like another car on the road, but you eventually see him make another little right-hand turn, and he's going off on a desert road. There's lots of chaparral, scrub brush, and stuff like that, but this is obviously not a well-traveled road at this point.
I know you said that we should call the cops, Marco, but if we stop to call the cops, it might be too late.
That's true, bro.
Did you bring those Louisville sluggers?
Yeah, they're in the trunk.
Good, we might need them.
We might have to tune this guy up.
I think I've got a tire iron in there as well.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's got a tire iron. All right.
I think I did 4 on this day earlier this week, bro.
Once again, there's a stealth problem. Now you're out in the desert. Your lights are going to show up, but there are no street lights out here. The moon is out, but it's not a full moon. It's not incredibly bright, but it's bright enough to where you can sort of see the road ahead of you if you turn the lights out in your car to see where this guy is.
Yep, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
After about half an hour, and you're way out in the boonies. You don't know where you are. You haven't seen even any lights from houses because there ain't no houses out here. You notice that there's an old abandoned, what looks like a shack, but it's almost completely fallen down. The roof is down. One of the sides has fallen down. It's obviously it was abandoned probably in the 40s, and it's gone to hell. But the van is parked next to it, kind of around the corner.
Oh shit!
Van.
You should pull off here into the woods, man.
Yeah.
Walk up there, get the bats.
Well, there's no woods, just chaparral. All the growth is only about this high.
Well, we'd have to gauge how far back we should like pull off the road.
Yeah. Pull off the road some ways back and foot it from there on.
You're looking at the street side of the truck. If there is light inside the truck, it's actually facing away from you. You can guess, though, by the reflections in the cactus and the bushes that there probably are lights on inside.
Come on, guys, let's hurry. There could be a kid in danger here.
I think this is where they're killing the kids right now.
Pop the trunk. Let's grab these sluggers and the tire iron. Let's go.
All right. So tell me what you are approaching. If the truck is facing forward, you are approaching from the rear right-hand corner of the truck.
Just to clarify, how many baseball bats did we have?
You each have one.
Oh, right. Okay. So we don't need the tire iron. Okay. Well,
I haven't seen anyone. Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to try and sneak up and look in the back of the.
All right. Before you do anything, I would like you all to do sanity rolls because your adrenaline level is. And
yeah. No doubt.
You are in a very strange situation.
78 out of 69 because I lost one from last time.
14 out of 38. No,
you lose either one or two.
Well, I lost two then.
I'm freaking out right now.
All right.
No shit, my heart's pumping.
One for a pass. One for a pass, is it?
Yeah, it's one for a pass.
Okay.
As you approach the truck, you're within 20 feet of the truck, you can hear a sort of a whirring noise.
Oh, God.
Oh, I think he's chopping up the kids, man.
No shit.
Can I see
Marco?
anything?
You're approaching from the back, so you'll have to walk up to the front or to the side to look through the window.
Well, I'll just sort of try and sneak around to the side.
I will try to do that as well.
Yeah, if you sneak around it, you know where the key is.
Yeah.
So if we need to open the door, you could try and grab the key.
Yeah, but that's possible that he has the key. It's only maybe after that they put the key in the little box and magnetize it to the bumper.
Yeah, but that just might be a spare key. He might not even know it's there if he shows up at the depot and gets the keys.
Okay. In that case, Marco, go ahead and check that, see if it's there. Me and Ray are going to try and look through the window.
Well, the key is up in the front, and you'll have to walk into the front. And there's definitely light coming from inside.
Well, looking at the truck, if you got down low enough, you could kind of creep low around the front of the truck without, just at a close angle, maybe without being seen.
All right. So,
well, I was going to sneak round to have a look in the window. Just
Ray wants to look in the window. All right.
Same with me.
Do you want me to make a stealth roll?
Ray, you're moving forward. Andrew, you're right behind him. Marco, you're trying to sneak around to see if the key is there. I would like Marco and Andrew to take off your earphones for a second, and I will give you a thumbs up when you can come back.
Okay.
All right. Ray, you move forward, and just at the corner of the window, just at the corner of the sliding window, you bring your face forward, and your right eye looks inside. And what you see a thing, a creature. It's pink. It's like a human, but it has no skin. Its head is misshapen. Its body is thin. Its face puffy, and its lips huge, fat, sucker-like a lamprey almost. And it's standing over the mixer. And I would like you to do a sanity roll.
$10.
Okay.
Pass.
Pass 1d6.
1d6. Oh, well, I've just lost one. 1. Result.
Really? 1d6 plus 5. No. All right. But I still want you to react, okay? And your reaction is going to be to do a willpower roll. If you fail that, you're going to scream. Okay.
11.
All right. Well, then your reaction is going to be that you jump back with your hand over your mouth in absolute terror. Okay. All right. Everybody come back.
I saw from lip reading, I saw 1d6. I'm a little afraid.
So Ray, he moves forward, and he stealthily sneaks up, and just his right eye clears the window so that he can see inside.
Ah!
And,
what?
He backs away, stumbling over his own feet, with a look on his face of absolute fucking terror.
Ray, what in the hell?
I'm just gonna grab Andrew by the shirt and just pull him back behind the ice cream truck.
What did you see?
Marco, you make it up to the front of the truck, and there is no key.
Okay. So I'll creep back around it. Like I noticed kind of just I caught like the movement from.
Yeah, you noticed them back there, and Ray has a look on his face like he is fucking out of his mind.
Fuck, man! It's true. It's true. It's all true.
What's all true? That he's taking kids?
What Helmsworth said is what Helmsworth said that it is. It is what he said it is.
Just calm down, Marco.
There's
did you
like
get the key?
Fucking thing.
The key's not there right now, bro. What did you see, Ray? Let's go tune this guy up if he's in there killing kids.
I can't even. I don't even. There's a thing in there. There's a thing.
There is a thing? What do you mean? What thing? Marco, get that.
Did you see Martin?
Monster?
There's that's not a man.
Did you see the kid? Was there any kids in there?
I didn't see a kid. I can't even describe what I saw. It was just a thing.
Ray's demeanor is one that he is shaking in terror. he's doing everything he can to control himself to not just like run screaming off into the darkness.
Yeah.
So I would say
I'm clutching my baseball bat very, very tightly, and my knuckles are white now.
At this point, because you haven't said it yet, I would like Andrew and Marco to do power rolls.
Power.
To see if you can resist its willpower. To see if you can resist the curiosity of looking in the window.
How fucking appropriate. How so appropriate for Andrew. I rolled, or in this case,
10?
100.
Oh.
No.
All right.
I failed also.
All right. Well, then you are both just
We're
compelled
fucking
psychologically.
idiots.
You've got to look in the window. And of course,
Don't do it, man. Don't.
Andrew is just going to skip over there as quickly as he can and look in the window.
Well, let's go see this shit, man.
And Marco, you're sort of scrambling over him, trying to get there as well. But Andrew gets his full face into the window.
Yeah, because we've seen this guy. I'm feeling like we could tune him up if we have to.
What you see is a thing. It is vaguely humanoid in shape. It is pink. It looks like it has no skin. It's standing over the vat while the machine is going. It's somewhat emaciated, but at the same time, its face is kind of puffy. Its lips are big and fat, almost like its mouth is almost lamprey-like. And it's staring intently into this thing. But Andrew, you look over next to him, and laying over the ice cream freezer is Martin Ray's skin, like a jacket or a piece of clothing that's been thrown onto the thing. And you guys need to do sanity rolls.
Yep.
And it's 1d6 if you make it, and it's 1d10 if you don't.
Oh, jeez.
Right. I made it.
8. Yes.
Okay, well, it's still 1d6.
Still 1d6, but still. Could have been a lot worse. If I'd have rolled 100 again, oh, jeez.
I lost 5.
I lost 4.
Okay, Andrew,
6, 3.
you are going to make a power roll. If you succeed, you just barely manage not to scream at the top of your lungs. Otherwise, you scream.
Here we go. 53 out of 70. Just managed to clamp my hand over my mouth.
And I lost 5 sanity.
You lost 5, which means the cards come out.
Holy shit, it's the fly, bro. It's the fly.
All right. I need you to tell me.
It's John Carpenter's The Thing. That's what it is.
To tell me when to stop.
Okay, stop, bro.
Okay. What you got was a bout of insanity. Well, they're all bouts of insanity. You got paranoia, which means at this point, you think that your friends have brought you here to murder you and feed you to that thing. And for the next 10 rounds, you're just like, you're just going to get the fuck out of here. And do a power roll to see if you scream, because I think you're going to scream.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
I rolled the
gosh.
90. I rolled the 90.
Oh, no.
All right. You start yelling. Well,
Andrew, I don't know why you brought me here, bro, to feed me to the fly.
No. No, no,
Stay
no,
away
no,
from
no.
me, bro. I'll tune you up.
No.
I'll tune you up, bro.
Shh. No.
I'll tune
No.
you up.
No, it's
You know,
okay.
you better stay away from me, bro. I'm a member of Chamber of Commerce, bro.
To your horror, you now hear something moving around inside because he's making a lot of noise, and it's going around to the door and coming out. You can hear it. You can hear it. You hear.
I'm gonna swing my bat and hit the. I'm just gonna start swinging now and like hit the truck.
Okay.
Stay away from me, bro.
No, don't do that. Oh, I'm ducking under the
You can't tell
truck.
me what to do. You want to be Clive Barker, bro?
All right. So you're diving under the truck, Andrew?
I'm diving under the truck.
All right. Ray, what are you doing?
I'm just hiding around the back of the truck,
Okay. Well,
trying to keep quiet.
Marco, technically you're not in control at this moment. I am, because you're insane. You look over at the car and you're like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Fuck them.
I don't have the keys.
Well, you're not rational.
Yeah, you're not rational at this point.
You'll hotwire it if you have to, bro.
Right. So I'll hit the truck. I'll hit the truck again with the bat and run for the car.
All right. What the other two see,
and fuck you too, Ray.
You see the creature come around the back of the truck as Marco runs for the car, and for a moment it stands there staring at Marco going, and you can see it standing there, and the thing is monstrous. It's as I described, it's sort of a giant sucking lamprey creature thing with black eyes and dripping wet muscular sort of no skin body, and you're pretty sure in that moment that it is going to turn its head in this next second and see you guys.
Like I said, I'm trying to dive under the truck.
Okay. Let's see if it hears you. It in fact does. And it comes back around and it sees you going under the truck, but it doesn't see Ray. Okay. So it's
Oh God.
It's there's enough room in under the truck where you could scoot out the other side, but it sees you. Okay.
Shit.
What are you gonna do?
I'm trying to crawl to the other side as fast as I can. Just
okay. You get to the other side. Realize that you still have the bat in your hands. You still have the bat in your hand.
Good.
But
I have some defense if it comes around again.
You get out the other side, and the creature decides it's going to try and come around and head you off. So it's coming around the other side. It's going back the way it came, so it still hasn't seen Ray. Ray, what do you do?
Well, as it comes back round, I don't know that it hasn't seen me.
Right.
So if it's gone right past, if it's coming back, I'm assuming it's coming back for me.
Okay.
I'm going to hit it as hard as I possibly can in the knee.
Okay. Go ahead and do a combat. It's gone out of my mind.
Brawl.
Yeah, a brawl.
Yeah,
a brawl. It's going to try and dodge your swing.
28.
All right. You whack it in the knee, and you go ahead and do some damage.
What is the damage on a baseball bat? Is it 1d8?
Probably. Club is 1d8 plus your strength bonus if you've got it.
I don't have a strength bonus. I've done 6 points of damage.
Okay. Your baseball bat hits the knee, and surprisingly, it's more squishy than it is bony, like a bone snapping. But the creature definitely reacts in pain and backs away. It makes a hideous sort of gurgling growl, and and immediately looks like it's trying to go back around the other side of the truck, so that it can get back to the door and get back into the truck. Andrew, what are you going to do?
Do I see it heading? Which door is it heading to? The driver's side?
Trying to head to the driver's side of the thing.
Let's see. And which side am I on? The passenger or driver?
You're on the passenger side. And Marco, you've gotten into the car and you don't have the keys, and you're trying to fiddle with it, but you're thinking at this moment about just running. You figure you could run all the way to Los Angeles at this point. It might take you a couple of hours, but might take you a couple of weeks, but
yeah, if I'd probably be scrambling for another set of keys, and if I can't find those, then I'll look in the glove box above the visor. If I can't find anywhere, I'll just, if I come to at some point and come to my senses, I'll go back for my boys. But up until then, fuck those guys.
You're actually, what's going through your head right now is that if you had a flashlight that had a black light, you could collect scorpions and somehow fight this thing with scorpions, because that would probably work. But right now, you got to get the car going so that you could drive to town and get the flashlight that you would need. Anyways, that's going through your mind.
Well, someone who watches way too many TV shows and movies, probably what I'd be trying to do is tear off the under panel from the steering wheel and start trying to hot wire.
Yeah, you're doing that. You're trying that too. All right.
Oh, my car, my lovely car.
You're probably just pulling wires out at random and trying to put them together.
So it's on Miami Vice.
All right, Andrew.
As for Andrew, I'm going to try the passenger side door. Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
At that point, lock it. Hit the unlock button and lock the driver's side door.
I don't understand. What are you trying to do?
Is it an automatic lock system or a manual lock system?
It's manual lock.
At that point, I dive into the truck, reach across to the driver's side where the creature's coming, and lock it.
Okay, we're going to have to do a luck roll on this one, because at the same time it's trying to get in that door. We'll see if you can manage to do it first. Otherwise, you're coming face to face with the creature.
Oh, boy.
As it opens the door.
Here we go. Don't fail me. 53 out of 60.
Okay, you snap down the thing just as it tries to jerk on the door.
Oh, shit.
At that point, out the window.
All right.
Not so great for me, though.
Yeah, the thing then turns in anger towards you.
Oh dear.
Ray.
Come on then.
And it takes a couple steps at you threateningly, but it sees that you have a baseball bat. And so it's hesitating, like it's trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
Oh, I'm going to hit it again.
Okay.
If it's going to eat me, I'm going to go down fighting.
This time, go ahead and do a brawl again. And it's going to try to run away. It's going to try to keep away from you.
Okay.
I've got a 76, so.
I got a 22.
Okay, you succeed.
60. 22 out of 60.
All right. So before it can get away, you're gonna hit it. Give me some idea where you're trying to aim for it. It's gonna have its back to you.
I'm just gonna hit it sort of over the shoulder.
Okay.
Shoulder neck sort of area.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
2.
All right. You hit it and it reacts, and when it reacts, let's see. It says, "Just leave me alone." This voice comes out of it. and it still tries to stumble around. Now it's stumbled up to the front of the truck, and it's heading for Andrew, who's on the other side, who's on the passenger side. In fact, you're actually inside, but the door behind you is still open.
Oh, yeah. Is the key in the ignition?
Yes.
Is the vehicle currently cranked? Is it currently on?
No, it's not. It's not. The power is on, but there's a couple of switches inside there, too.
At that point, I'm going to try and shut the passenger door and lock it and keep me inside, and hopefully with the goal of being able to turn the ignition and get the car running without this thing getting in.
Okay. Luck roll once again.
Come on, luck. Not this time. 68.
Okay. You start to slam the door, and just as you do, the thing grabs a hold of the door to keep you from slamming it closed and pulls it open, and it's going to try and grab you.
Oh, damn.
Let me go ahead and roll for that. You can try to get away from it, dodge or whatever.
Yeah, I'll try to dodge. Come on. I don't have a very good dodge roll. 17 out of a possible 32.
Okay. Unfortunately, its hand with no skin on it is kind of slippery. So as it grabs a hold of your pants and tries to pull you, you slip out of its grip. So imagine, if you will, you're kind of halfway on the passenger and driver's side seat on your back with this thing looming over you, trying to pull you out. And that's what's happening. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Let's go back to Marco. He has pretty much torn 7 or 8 of the wires out and keeps connecting them. Nothing is happening.
Your poor car, Ray.
But Marco, you're starting to think to yourself, where the hell am I? Why am I in this car? What just happened? And it's starting to come back to you. And the next time I get back to you, you'll remember what the hell's happening. Okay. Back to Mick. Ray, what are you going to do?
I'm going to hit it again.
All right. So you've run around the front following it. You're going to try to hit it again. Go ahead.
Okay. 98.
Oh, well.
That's a fumble.
You hit yourself.
You swing at it, and it sees you there, and it manages, in a squishy sort of manner, to grab a hold of the end of the bat as you swing it down and yank it out of your hand. So it's kind of tossed the bat over behind it, but it's still trying to get to Andrew.
Does it toss it's tossed the bat? It's the bat's outside where I am, or the bat's inside.
He's tossed it. He's grabbed it out of your hand as you swung down and sort of threw it over his shoulder. So it's about 15 feet from where you were standing, but you'd have to go around the creature to get to it. It's towards the back of the van now. And he's just immediately turned back to Andrew. Andrew, what would you like to do? Well, wait. First of all, he's going to try to drag you out.
I'm going to try and dodge again. Can I spend a luck point?
Not in combat, no. He got it.
Because I got a 33 out of 32.
He got a 9. So what he does is he gets a good grip of your crotch, at least the close of your crotch, and he pulls you out. So you slide across your back and you're out the door and onto the dirt, and he is scrambling to get into the van, and slam the door behind him, though he's not done that yet. That'll be the next round. But he's now back in the van, and you are out of the van. Marco, you start to come around, and you can see that something's going on over there at the van, at the ice cream truck.
Well, the first thing I think is, God damn, Ray's car is fucked up right now. And then I say, what's going on with my crew over there? I see Andrew getting drug out by the fly. So I'll kind of, if I've got my wits back about me, I'll grab the bat and head back over there.
All right. So you've grabbed the bat and you've stepped out of the car and slammed the door behind you, and you're heading over there. So the next round you will be back to the van, the ice cream truck.
Ready to go back to Bonds.
Can I try and scramble in the passenger door before he slams it, or just barge into before he shuts the door?
You can try to do what he did, which was stop the door from getting closed.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. That's a luck roll.
Luck roll. Okay. Yes, 18.
Okay, so you've managed to ram your hand in there before he can slam it. And I assume you're going to try to pull it open.
Yeah.
All right, so you managed to pull it open, and he's trying to get into the driver's seat so that he can get the hell out of there. And once again, this voice comes out of him. It sounds like a human voice, but one that's not made with the same sort of configuration that we have for our vocal cords. It's alien sounding. And he's like, just leave me the fuck alone. Andrew.
Let's see. Ray is now in the passenger side trying to get in.
He's between you and the creature. Yes, you're picking yourself up off the ground, and he is scrambled. He's now pushing his way into the truck.
I'm now thinking to extremes, trying to stop this thing because I want to kill this thing and make sure none of this happens again. Where's the gas tank? Where's the opening for the gas tank, the gas cap?
Gas cap is on the other side of the truck, on the other side.
I'm running to it and trying to get the gas cap undone. Let's see. I'll do the gas cap first.
It's locked.
Shit. At that point, I'm whacking it with the bat. Trying to break it.
It's one of those where it's flat against the surface, so you're banging against it, but it's pretty tough. It's steel. It's
damn it.
All right, Marco.
Yeah, bro.
By the way, every time I say your name, I want to say Polo. Marco, what are you going to do? You've approached the van. You've got your baseball bat. Andrew is standing in the doorway, and Ray is standing in the doorway. Andrew has run around the other side of the truck. What are you going to do?
Yes, I'm gonna swing the bat for its head.
Well, you couldn't hit it. It's inside the truck. You're outside the truck.
Oh, okay.
It's in the passenger seat.
Okay. So just to visualize, it's in the passenger seat trying to drag Andrew inside.
No. Andrew got thrown out. He ran around the backside of the van to see if he can get to the gas tank. Ray managed to keep the door from getting slammed on the passenger side. He's opened it up, and he's basically in front of the creature. The creature is trying to start the truck.
Oh, okay. But at this point, the door is still open?
Yes, but Andrew is between. I'm sorry, I keep getting your names mixed up. Ray is between you and the creature.
Okay. And is Ray holding the door, or is he trying to get inside?
Ray?
I'm clambering inside, yes.
He's trying to get inside.
Okay. So I guess I would have to pause because the opening's not big enough for me to kind of like try to get in over Ray. So I'll have to try and get in with him at this point. try to get in, stop this thing if we can. I'm assuming there's a kid in there, so.
All right. All right, Andrew. I'm sorry, Ray. What are you going to do?
I'm going to sort of hoist myself across. I'll grab the steering wheel.
Okay.
To sort of hoist myself forward, and with my other hand, with my left hand, sorry, because I was thinking of an English car there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So with my other hand, my left hand, I'm just going to slam the thing's head against the window, the door, whatever's on the other side of it. I'm not even paying attention to what's on the other side of it. I'm just going to try and slam its head.
Do a grapple.
22 again.
All right. You are going to succeed. However, when your hand hits this thing's body, it's wet, it's squishy, it is sticky, it's repulsive. I need you to do a sanity roll.
Oh dear.
It also smells dead. Like
9.
Do a 1d4.
1d4.
You're sort of angry and crazy, but
4.
All right.
Oh dear.
You touch that thing and you're just so incredibly repulsed. But you've slammed it against the window and actually broken the window. You did it hard enough. Go ahead and do a damage. Just hand to hand.
1d3. 1.
Okay. The creature, Andrew, you're on the other side of the truck, banging against the side of the truck, doing like the Mr. Furious thing, but not accomplishing much. Ray, the creature turns its face towards you. It's hideous. It has black eyes. Its mouth is very much like a sucker. And in that instant, you see it open its mouth and it sprays you with a kind of black vomit that hits you in the face. And it's obviously acidic because it burns your eyes. And you fall back out of the van. I'm not going to say like it's like sulfuric acid. It's a mild acid, but it's definitely stopped you in your tracks.
Oh, I'm going to take my jacket off.
Okay. And now, Marco, you now have a clear view of the creature. Ray's just fallen out. He's been sprayed.
Okay. So I should be able to kind of climb over. I'm just with the adrenaline going to climb over Ray and, oh man, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen right now. And I'm sorry about your car, Ray. And then try and, I know it's confined quarters once I'm inside the truck, but to try and use the only thing I have, which is the bat to swing.
The bat. All right. Do a club. One. I'm sorry. That's the
1d8.
Brawl.
Yeah, brawl.
Yeah, it's a brawl roll.
No, it's a miss.
All right, you try and bash it with the bat, and you miss. You hit the chair that it's sitting in. It's still trying. It's desperately trying to get the truck started, and at that point, it actually gets the ignition to turn over. So let's go back to Andrew. See if he wants to continue. I hope it's okay. We're going over tonight.
That's fine.
Okay. I was afraid this might happen.
The final
Andrew,
episode should.
What do you want to do? Obviously, you're not getting anywhere in this. But you have seen that the driver's side window just got smashed out.
Yep. And the ignition's being turned.
Yes.
I am running to the driver's side.
Okay.
And taking a bat first dive through the driver's seat window. At least trying now that it's broken.
Okay, so you're on the outside of the driver's side, and you're going to try to come through the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
To stop it from starting the van and possibly running off.
Well, you can't actually dive through because, it's up here. But you could hit him with your baseball bat from there. Pretty easy.
Yeah, but I'm wanting to try and get him to stop from
driving away.
I guess I can try and jump up and reach across for the keys.
You probably wouldn't be able to reach the keys, but you would be able to reach the little thing to open up the door.
Yeah, so I'll try to unlock the door and get the door open.
Okay. The creature is distracted with what's going on at the passenger side. So you rather easily pop the door open, and it swings right open.
At that point, swing at it, and if that works and I survive this, reach for the key.
Okay, we'll give you that on the next round. You've opened the door. Ray, you are on the ground. You're trying to wipe the stuff off your face. It wipes off pretty well, but you can feel that it makes your skin crawl. It's like there's something in the vomit.
My face, man, not my fucking face.
Oh no, an actor's worst nightmare.
Marco, you're now pretty much right in front of the creature with your baseball bat in hand. You're in the passenger side.
Yeah, I'm saying, where the kids at, man? You think you're gonna come to my town and fuck these little kids, man? I don't think so, bro. And then take another swing.
All right, once again, do your brawl.
I don't have good brawl. Oh, nope. I thought I was gonna roll a 0 something, but it's a 100.
Oh, you got a 100?
No.
This happened to me in the last game when I lost a finger.
You throw the bat and it hits me.
3 100s in the same game.
This is
you go to swing. You go to swing the bat, or you go to punch him with the bat, and his foot comes around, and his foot lands right like on your chest, and he just gives you a big shove with his foot, and you just flip right out of the van onto the dirt. You're right next to Ray, who's still clearing his face from this crap all over him. It's all over his shirt. It's all over his face. You've managed, by the way, Ray, to at least clear your eyes of the stuff. And it does burn. Burns like shampoo.
I am more angry than scared now.
Andrew, go ahead. You've got the door open. The creature's on that side. It's just kicked. It's actually got its back turned to you because it's just kicked Marco out the door.
At that point, I quickly jump up, grab the steering wheel, reach across, pull the key out.
Okay. Go ahead and do a luck roll.
Yay, luck. Because we need it. 10.
All right. You managed to grab the keys. And what are you going to do with the keys?
Well, for one, I'm going to get the hell out of the way and stuff it in my pocket.
Okay, so you've grabbed the keys and then you're just going to retreat out the door?
Well, it can't leave using the van now.
All right, so it can't. The van is now off. You turned it off, you grabbed the keys and fell back. The creature looks at you with, I don't know, you can't really read its expressions well, but perhaps a rather surprised and horrified look. And it looks at you and it says, "Why?"
Because you're taking our damn kids, that's why.
It's a rhetorical question.
Well, guess what? That's a rhetorical answer.
All right.
Makes no sense, but there you go.
Andrew, At this point, you can recover. You're still at least feeling pain and partial blindness, but you can act if you want to.
Oh, Ray.
I'm sorry, Ray. You should put your names right here on the screen so that I can see who you are.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna go and just pummel the bastard. My face, man, my face.
Okay. You have the opportunity now. You've got your bat. It's in the passenger seat. It's turned its face away from you because it's looking at Andrew, who's just taken his keys. Go ahead.
Right, I'm going to hit it in the back of the head with a 97. So that's not going to happen. Can't see very well.
Combatants, we are not.
You still manage to hit it, but it doesn't seem to. The thing that does the most damage when you hit something is the fact that it's got bones that you're breaking, and the thing seems to be too squishy. It's like hitting a giant Jello blob thing. So it reacts, but you don't do it any damage at all. And it turns back towards you.
Why don't we any of us own guns? Why do we have to live in California?
Marco, you've fallen to the ground, but you're picking yourself up because you're pissed. So what do you do?
Door's still open?
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing I can do is just kind of try to charge again.
Okay. You'll have to kind of push your way past Ray.
Okay, Ray's in the doorway?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you've also got a baseball bat, so...
Is there enough room then? Here's what I'll do. Is there enough room to squeeze by Ray and try and get into the truck? And, I think we were all all this has happened in about 10 seconds, but right. I think, now that maybe I can think a little more clearly, there's also maybe someone to rescue here. So if Ray is attacking the creature, maybe I'll try and squeeze by him and see if I never did see what was in that vat. If there's a kid in there or in the freezer, maybe since we're not having much luck fighting this thing, maybe if there's anyone to rescue, maybe that's what I'll look to next.
Okay, you do in fact squeeze right past Ray, and you have the two regular ice cream freezers directly on your right hand side. Just a little farther on, you've got the padded thing, and then a little to your left, you've got the vat, which is still going. You can see the mechanics of the thing is going. Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Well, I'm looking in there. Is it ice cream? Is it?
You're looking in the vat?
Yeah.
You look in the vat, and it is a kind of a slurry of black and red mush. Looks like meat and vomit and stuff like that. And you're going to do a sanity roll on that shit.
Oh, man, that's the worst ice cream I've ever seen, bro. All right, I failed sanity. Just because I keep dropping so quick.
Do a 1d8.
Oh. 1, okay. Since I lost sanity again, does that re-trigger my bout of madness?
No. But I guess your reaction is, you're like, what the fuck is that shit?
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. Where are we? Andrew.
Oh, let's see. I have the keys. Ray is hitting him in the back of the head. And Marco's gone to the back of the truck.
And the thing is turning its face now back to Ray. So it's back of its head to you now.
I'm noticing these bats aren't really doing much. Am I?
Well, they've already done. Whoops, where did it go? Oh, they've already done 9 points of damage to it. It's just he rolled a 99 or 98.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but according to my character, he hit him. As far as I can tell. I guess I'll give it a swing.
All right, go ahead and do it. Brawl.
I just have the base 25. Here we go. 3.
Ooh. Is that a critical? That is a critical, isn't it?
That's a critical. Yes, it is.
Um,
and my character actually has a damage bonus.
What's critical again? 1d8. It's an automatic 8, isn't it?
I believe so. Automatic 8, and I still have to roll damage bonus, I believe.
It doesn't matter. You manage to bring your bat square down on the thing's head, if that's what you can call it, and it splatters when you do. And when that happens, the thing slumps down and falls backwards out of the driver's side and onto the ground, and it's not moving. It's dead. And I'd like you all to do another sanity roll because of this, the way it sort of splattered.
I passed that.
Fucking dice!
Oh no! No, I don't pass.
I didn't pass with a 90 freaking 8.
Oh, that actually kind of makes sense, though, Andrew. So, Andrew, you're going to automatically take. Well, do this. Do a 1d6 for you.
1d6.
If you normally just didn't pass, 1d4. If you passed, you take 2 points of damage.
I lost another 4 sanity points, gentlemen.
Oh, 1.
Okay.
If you pass
Lucky.
Went from 70 to 59 this whole session.
Marco, what are you going to do? You've looked in the vat. What are you going to do next?
Yeah. On that last one, you said if you pass, take 2?
Yeah.
Okay. What about I'm going to open. Next thing I'm going to do is open the compartments.
Okay. We'll just go down the line. The 2 freezers, the 2 normal freezers are empty. The padded freezer. There's a magazine and a what looks like a pillow, but there's nothing in there. Other than that. And I guess at this point we should. Well, I'll just ask you because you've killed the thing. You've taken a lot of sanity damage, but you've stopped it from happening. So you have succeeded in stopping the ice cream man. However, the aftermath of this, I guess we should kind of decide what the hell you're going to do. One is you've damaged your car, so you're kind of stuck out here for a while.
My fucking car.
Can use the ice cream truck to get back to town.
I can rewire. I built this car. I can rewire it. Give me a while.
And this thing, it's vaguely humanoid, but obviously not. And poor Martin Ray's skin and clothing are in the van, just laying there, and you can smell the dead, rotting flesh smell.
And I'm going to look from the empty compartment with the pillow to the vat, to the compartment with the pillow to the vat, and assume
Marco,
that
quit looking.
either there was a kid in there, or that's the rest of Martin. And thinking that this is going to look real bad for us, I wonder where you said this is also parked at like a shed or a shack of some sort.
It's just an old broken down building, probably a house, but there's almost nothing left of it. It's been out here since probably the 40s and just
So obviously there wouldn't be a phone we can call out.
No, there's nothing like that. There's
clean
not
up
even
mess.
really an interior.
Yeah.
We should. I think we should just
We need to
drive the
burn
whole
this.
truck.
Yeah, we should burn the truck.
But
Not burn the
about
truck, burn the
Helmsworth?
thing and the.
What about Helmsworth? I mean, this proves the guy's not mad. I mean, I know he's still shot. He still shot the other ice cream man, but like this proves his story.
It does, yes, but who's going to believe this?
Yeah, right now we look like
They've
murderers.
got to believe it. Look, it's here. It's here. It's right in front of us. They've got to believe it. It's real. Look, we've got it.
Well, for the sake of brevity, is your choice that you're going to go to the police, bring them out here, show them the evidence? Is that what you're going to do?
That's what I want to do. I vote for that.
What do you vote for, Marco?
Yeah, I feel like it looks real bad for us.
Okay.
So what do you think we should do? Go to the police and show it to them, or?
Well, if we call the police, we should definitely call Jason and maybe Craig.
All right. Well, let's assume
right,
that's the direction.
We can do that.
Go.
We'll go that direction.
So what I want you to do, for the sake of the future with these characters, you can give yourselves 1d10 sanity points back.
Ooh.
You contact the police. The police come out. They see what went on. They see the evidence that you got the briefcase. Helmsley is given psychiatric care. He actually improves a great deal when you guys tell him that you killed the thing, because that thing took his kid. That's a huge psychological relief.
Is he still convicted?
Well, he still murdered a man. And he's considered, it's a psychological thing. He wasn't in his right mind, but he's going to have to do some time, whatever. That's the way that goes. But you get your reward is because you actually managed to stop this thing from doing what it did. And that's more or less the end of the story. Now I can tell you what was going on. Although you pretty much got it. The creature. By the way, so the police see the creature, of course, and they finally, it's decided that the thing was some sort of a mutant, a throwback, and just a strange scientific anomaly that's, interesting, but it was a freak, a mutant. Scientific circles will find it interesting, but it eventually just
something that'll probably be in the front of the tabloids.
You guys are haunted by it, of course, for the rest of your lives.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The creature was born in a fairly normal manner, and the scenario doesn't really tell us what the background is, but it's going to be something mythos related. Anyways, it seemed like a normal child, but at a certain point, it began to change, and eventually its skin fell off, its teeth fell out, its lips swelled, and it became the thing that you see here. The other thing is that it could only subside by eating human flesh. And this all started centuries ago. The creature has been living amongst us since then. It's taken on different disguises. It's found various other methods for attaining food. It only has to eat a couple of times a month. But its latest thing, something that it's been doing for a few years now, is it's been the ice cream man. And what it can do is it can infect the ice cream with its vomitous saliva. just has to be a little bit, because there's parasites that live within this stuff, which Ray would find out later on, because he would become ill, and he's actually being digested by these things. But they can stop it with antibiotics. So he is not ultimately harmed, although he's probably scarred. Hey, it actually gives you more character in your face. You end up getting a movie.
You become Danny Trejo.
Anyways, the creature had figured out over the years that the easiest people, the people who are most susceptible to this vomit, was children. So he would pose as the ice cream man. He would make his choice as to which kid he wanted. He would give them an ice cream that was laced with this vomit, and the child would eat it and then become susceptible to his psychic influence. He would then return to the neighborhood late at night, send out the signal. The child would come to him. He would take the kid. He would put it in the vat. He would vomit all over it and then drive off into the countryside as the child was being broken down. And then he would turn on the machine and grind the child up into a slurry, which he would then slurp up. And that's how he fed. So the slurry in the vat was the child that he had picked up that evening.
Well, I'm never going to have a cherry Slurpee ever again.
All right. Now, what had happened was this. He had come to town. He'd come to San Damiel, and he had sold his trucks. His modus operandi was right. He would sell his truck to somebody. He would choose somebody who did not have connections, and then he would let that person register the truck. He'd let them all the paperwork go through. He'd wait a few days for all of the legal stuff to get finished. Then he would waylay that person and take their skin, probably consume them, and then pose as them. He had this ability that he could wear their skin. He would pose as them and collect children and eat them. He could do this. Sorry, go ahead.
Was that why the truck was late the night before?
Yes, correct. Yeah. He could do this for about 2 months before the skin would start to rot. And what he was doing was, if you had gone back to Martin Ray's, see, he had planned that day he would kill Martin Ray, take his skin, and he had gone there as a delivery man delivering this freezer, because normally he sleeps in the freezer to keep the skin from rotting. Okay.
Oh.
That's also the padded thing. The padded thing is where he would spend that night, because he wanted the cold to keep his skin from rotting.
Right.
But yes, he had the good guy, Larry Helmsworth. He had shot Jeffrey Kelly too soon. He hadn't been taken over yet, so he killed the innocent guy. Jeffrey Kelly had no family in the area. He was a perfect target. When the creature discovered that, oh shit, I really have to feed, and I really need somebody to buy my truck, and I failed. This is disastrous. He immediately sold his truck to Ramsey, knowing that this is my last ditch effort, because Ramsey's got kids working for him, and they're probably going to assign some kid that's got a family. I'm going to have to be extremely careful, because the family will immediately pick up that I'm not the same person, you know. And if this had gone on longer and you had talked to the family, they would say, yeah, he's acting kind of strange lately, you know, because he would have then been taken over. But when you met Martin, it was still Martin. You know, it But the second time you met him, then it wasn't Martin anymore. It was the creature. So he didn't have any of the. He didn't know who you were.
Yeah, that's when we figured it out.
So that's pretty much it. Any questions? I thought you guys found everything. You just didn't put it together. I think you did great. You killed the damn fucking thing.
It was
It
was an interesting twist in a role play challenge to try and do this as just like regular Joes. You know, like I think this scenario could easily work if we were cops or detectives, or even like Helmsworth's lawyers. Like if he had a legal team with investigators.
Yeah, but I think it made this a little more fun that we were average Joes. We had to kind of work at it and work our brains a bit more.
And kind of like my early intro was that, you know, once this thing happens, you would never really enjoy anything ever again because you'd remember this horrible.
Yeah,
this is terrible
thing.
I have a smoothie when I get up in the morning. That's going to be a different experience tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, I think what, you know, if it had been a team of cops or detectives, the skills would have maybe made this too easy. I think the challenge was none of our characters really had a skill set that would allow this to be easy or fast.
It might have actually gone the other direction too, because all through here it's talking about the police. If you get the police involved, the problem is this creature isn't stupid. He's been around for hundreds of years. He knows what he's doing. Statistically, children go missing all the time, and they also eat ice cream. So the police would be like, yeah, sorry, statistically, there's nothing unusual going on here. People go missing. Statistically, you're talking about one person in a town going missing.
Well, from a statistical point of view, if something happens to a child, it's normally someone the child knows, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
And you'd also, you know, sorry, but putting a refrigerator in the middle of your living room, you guys never got into the house, but into his apartment, putting a freezer in the middle of that's not illegal. There's nothing illegal here. You would have been actually more tied up if you were cops.
Yeah. But
it
was a great scenario, though. I loved it.
Yeah. This creature had hundreds of years to learn and adapt and learn how to survive, but you never counted on getting on Marco's radar.
That's true. All right. Well, let's go ahead and finish this. Our players included Jeff Beck, Kurt LeBlanc, and Mick Swan, with yours truly as the keeper of the secrets. Our musical intro, The Halloween Dawn, was created by Twin Musicon and is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution license. That's never easy to say. We're currently producing 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. Patrons of our show can now enjoy recordings of our pre- and post-game conversations. Some of the funniest and most interesting stuff occurs before and after the show. If you'd like to become a patron, visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month will help us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We love hearing from you. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.